We currently have 2 teachers in our school board. We're fortunate enough to have one, Mr. Mullings is here at our school, and Mr. Les Mullings and Mr. Trevor Boyd. And those 2 gentlemen are going to play a very unique role in our celebration this morning. They are going to be emceeing and running the event this morning, so I'd like to hand the celebration over to them right now at this time.
Check. There we go.
What's going on, Truro Junior High?
How's it going?
North Nova Education Center, that's where I teach. What's up? I know you're watching out there.
Hey.
All Chignecto Central Regional School Board, everyone tuning in. Thanks for coming to watch.
And most of all, Truro Junior High. Let's make some noise. All right, we're going to show them how we get it done today. I want everyone to notice that you have a placard in front of you. Pretty soon, we're going to practice our stand-up, speak out. All right, maybe we'll get a little practice in now. What do you think?
All right, I'm going to ask the grade 9s to start.
Might as well.
Grade 9s, when I hold my sign up, you stand up and hold up your sign and say, stand up, speak out. You hear me? Yeah. Let's practice. Grade 9s.
Oh. I don't know.
You guys are supposed to be the example.
Maybe grade 8s can do better. When I hold up my sign, I want you to say, stand up, speak out. You guys ready? Let's do it.
Oh, yeah.
That's not bad. That's not bad.
They're a little better.
That's a little better.
A
little bit better.
Okay, 7s, I think you can do better than that.
I don't know.
When I hold up my sign, hold on.
Oh, they're
Stand
getting ready.
up, speak
They're
out.
getting ready, though.
You
They're
ready?
getting ready.
Good work. I like the 7s.
That was pretty good. But I know my 6s. My 6s got it going on.
Okay, let's see it.
So 6s, don't let me down. When I hold the sign up, stand up and speak out is what I want to hear. Yeah. Ready? Get it up. Oh, that's what I'm talking about.
Right.
That's what I'm talking about. Yeah. All right.
This little activity is going to be a little bit more difficult. We all have bracelets on here today. So when we call your color out and hold up the sign, everyone wearing that color bracelet, stand up, speak out. You want to start?
I'll start.
What
I'm
color?
going to start with my favorite color. Pink. Pink bracelets. Let's get it on. That's not bad. That's not bad.
My favorite? Purple? Any purples in the house?
Okay. What about blue? Where the blues at? There we go.
Green.
One of my favorite fruits and colors. Orange. There we go.
Good. Last but not least, all you out there with yellow bracelets on, stand up.
Stand up.
Good.
Woo.
What about the whole school one time?
I think that's good. You want to get the whole school?
The whole school.
You trying to get the whole school?
Trying to get the whole school.
Mr. Boyd wants to get the whole school. Can we get the whole school doing this? On the count of 3. 1, 2, 3. Stand up, speak out.
That's what I like to hear. That's what I like
If
to
that
hear.
ain't Panther Pride, I don't know what is.
Yeah.
You ready to get this party started?
Let's get it going. First, ladies and gentlemen, we're going to introduce a few important people here. They're going to come up and say a few words. The chair of our school board here at Chignecto Central Regional School Board, Trudy Thompson, if you could come on up here and say a few words, please.
Panthers, let's give a round of applause.
Thank you, Les and Trevor, and the Truro Junior High School Band. That was wonderful. Good morning, everyone, and welcome to Stand Up, Speak Out 2015 official kickoff. As Les and Trevor said, my name is Trudy Thompson, and I'm chair of the Chignecto Central Regional School Board. It's my job as chair of CCRSB to come to events like this. And you know, I think I've got it pretty good because I get to spend time with each and every one of you. I would like to welcome and thank my fellow board members, Glenda Talbot-Richard and Gordon Anderson, for attending this morning. There are over 450 people here at Truro Junior High this morning, and hundreds more watching this kickoff event via live stream. And we've all come together for the third year to say in one united voice that we will stand up, we will speak out, and we will not tolerate bullying in any form at our schools, at our offices, and around our board table. But this year, we're also moving beyond talking about bullying to social justice, to understanding, to acceptance, to the belief we're all different and we're all the same. I hope you enjoy this morning's event and that you use today as your own personal kickoff to a year-long conversation and action in support of all the things that make each one of us unique. Today, my backpack is full of joy. Thank you.
All right, thank you. Thank you, thank you. Up next, we have somebody here that's already having a good time. You might have seen him already. He was throwing out bracelets. He's all dressed in orange, one of my favorite colors. So let's get him up here. It's Scott Milner, and he is the Director of Educational Services.
Good morning, everyone. Did everyone get a bracelet? Excellent, excellent. As Les said, my name's Mr. Milner. I'm Director of Education Services. I work closely with Ms. McLean on the programs and services in your school, and I'm really excited to be here this morning. I'm really excited not just because we have over 400 people here standing up and speaking out, but because of our live broadcast, we're sending this to almost 24,000 people across CCRSB. So what does 24,000 look like? That looks like 60 times the number of people in this room here this morning. That's awesome. Welcome to everybody. So, I have one person I'd like to introduce to you this morning, someone new to CCRSB. I'd like to welcome our new superintendent, Mr. Gary Adams. Mr. Adams.
Thank you. Good morning, everyone. Thank you so much for participating in this very important event. It's so wonderful to know that your efforts this morning are being shared with students and staff from all across our school board. And I am so impressed with the hard work and dedication of many who have made this possible, working behind the scenes in preparation for today. You should all feel very proud. Now I think Mr. Milner has some more exciting news for us.
Thank you, Mr. Adams. Now, I hope you noticed that we're wearing all kinds of different colors here this morning, colored t-shirts, pink, and Les and Trevor talked about all the different colors. These are all symbols of our action. I want you to know that we've purchased a color t-shirt for every student in this room, and we're going to give them out at a future Panther Pride assembly. So look forward to getting your own t-shirt in the coming week. Now, the message we have here today is really quite simple. We're asking you to stand up and speak out and treat others as you would like to be treated. That's the message. So please Think about that, and I want to challenge you to stand up and speak out. And I want to challenge you to do something as individuals, as students in our school system. I hope you've heard a little bit about our Student Action Grant. If you haven't, this is what it's about. Every school in our school board is eligible for $500 for students to stand up and speak out and do something great in your school. So if you have an idea to improve your school, your class, a small group that you work with in your school or your community, talk to your teachers, talk to Ms. McLean, and get that application and get that $500. Now, I understand that there's already an application put in for Truro Junior High School. And Ms. McLean, where are you? Do you have it? Okay, let's see. Yep, sure enough, Truro Junior High School Student Action Grant application. Let's check it out. Okay, yeah, so it looks like this. You can get this on our website. And this one says Truro Junior High School, school sponsor staff, Mr. Hayden, Miss Zan Rowland. Okay, this is about Panther Pride Leadership Team, and it says, we're looking for $500 to support student-led activities to encourage student participation. Well, I think that sounds pretty good. I think that's worth $500. Well, I happen to have an oversized check here for $500. And it says Truro Junior High School, Panther Pride. I'd like to invite the applicants here. Let's see, it's Madison Weber and Sasha Lindsay. Can you come forward? Where are you? So Madison and Sasha, this is a check for $500 for Truro Junior High School. Congratulations, you guys. Very good. There you go. So here, stand here. Good job. Take that with you. So we have lots and lots of opportunities for you to stand up and speak out, not just at Truro Junior High, but every school in our system should be applying for that Student Action Grant to make your space a better place. So congratulations on today, and thanks very much. I think we're now going to, we have something next? Les and Trevor, where are they? Okay, we don't know where they are. We've lost Les and Trevor. I'm a little bit worried, but they're pretty important here this morning. Are they close? You don't know? I guess we could keep going. Sorry about that. We've lost our MCs someplace. Well, I want to tell you about my hat.
Wake up in the air
Oh, here we go.
before the morning sun. Best believe my backpack's full before the day's begun. Each of us has a backpack that we carry around. At times it's light, but other times it weighs us down. As I go on this journey, please remember this one fact. You never know from day to day what I carry on my back.
Oh, these backpacks are heavy.
They never are light. Holy. Too much stuff. Man. What you got in your backpack?
Well, I'm carrying a lot in my backpack. Let's see here what we got. Oh, rubber ducky.
Yep, got my swim trunks. Oh,
Well,
need a towel too, though.
I got on my placard here. It says, "What's in your backpack?" Well, this is a metaphorically speaking. In my backpack, I'm a stepdad. So I wrote on my placard, "Stepdad."
Yeah, in my backpack, I wrote that I love to cook. What else you got in there, Trev?
I'm a person that has ADHD. In my backpack, ADHD.
Something you might not know, I was born in Jamaica.
One thing I love to do, garden. I'm a gardener. That's in my backpack.
One thing I love to do, even though I play professional football, basketball is my first love. And I got one more, and this one took me a while. I'm a horrible speller. Those kids that have been in my class, you've probably seen it on the board.
So they're probably wondering why we're carrying these great big backpacks around. Les, you want to tell them?
Well, we're not camping. We're not camping. Like Mr. Boyd said, we're talking metaphorically. Everybody carries an invisible backpack.
Some are visible, and some are unseen. Some are things that no one else may know about you, or maybe just your close friends or family know about you.
That's right. And we carry these backpacks every day. And the things that we carry in them are the things that make us who we are. Okay? The things that make us special, the things that make us unique, the things that make each of us beautiful.
That's right. Now, we're going to lead into a video you and I made, a lesson I made with the help of our social justice framework lead team, which we're going to give a shout out to in a minute.
Yeah, we'll give a shout out to. Some people here might have seen the video, some people have not. But we also want to express that this is a live webcast, so all the schools are watching this. So this is a chance for not just us to see the video, but for people all across our board, okay?
So in terms of social justice at CCRSB, there's 5 pillars that we focus on and we look at. We know there's a lot more important issues out there, but these are 5 things we thought were important.
That's right. Do you want to get to the video?
Let's do it.
Let's get to the video.
My life's like this backpack I carry with me. The content inside it brings complexity. My classmates all have them, but none are the same. Each has its own items, each attached to a name. These backpacks get heavy. They never are light. These backpacks impacted by everyday life. Today, for example, while sitting in class, a question came to me that I was afraid to ask. I wonder if this teacher, standing in front of me, has preconceived notions of who I should be. And what about the kid who lives down the street, comes to school every day with nothing to eat? Her backpack is empty of physical things, but packed with the feeling embarrassment brings. Barry in my class, he sits next to me. His backpack says Mary, haunted by his story. He sits in his class, shoulders up straight, but walks by the restroom, wondering what door to take. My best friend and I sit together on the bus. She has 2 mothers, which can cause a fuss. Bullies poke fun of her from one stop to the next. By the end of the bus ride, her backpack's a wreck. They call Johnny names, 'cause he can't read or write. Though they're only words, they keep him up all night. And what's even worse, they pushed him around. His backpack went flying, fell to the ground. What I saw come from Johnny's backpack that day was anger, self-hatred, self-harm, and dismay. As I helped Johnny up, I whispered in his ear, "I'll lighten your load. Pass that backpack here." My school's full of backpacks. Not one is alike. So how can you help make these backpacks light?
So, that video was filmed here in this building with the aid of our beautiful Panthers. And you can see the video is very powerful, very powerful.
Yeah, it speaks a lot about social justice and the 5 pillars. You'll notice everyone had a backpack on in this video, but there was something sticking out of their backpack. That's important. We'll get to that in a minute.
Yeah.
First, I want to say some shout-outs.
That's right. Because there's a lot of people that help us to create this video. I'd like to say it was just me and Mr. Boyd, but there's a lot of people in the backgrounds that actually made it happen. And without them, none of this would be possible.
So the social justice lead team, a driving force behind that is Jocelyn Dorrington, and we have another member here today, Patsy Paul Martin. She's in the crowd there.
Yep.
Stand up, say hi.
Stand up, speak out. There it is.
Katie Glode, Bruce Fisher, Leanne Arsenal, Doreen Richard, Mr. Mullings, and Mr. Boyd.
That's right. Now, also, there's some other people that we have to shout out. There's Debbie, who's sitting in the back. Debbie, you want to stand up? You're at Matheson. We have Frank Lombard to stand up here, if you would. We got the magician, Jackie Brown, who's trying to hide over there. Put it up. All right. As well as I must shout out one lady that always took care of me every time I went to the board office.
Let's hear it.
Claudette. Claudette always helped me out, so I got to give a shout out to her too. All right.
So, when we were creating this video, we wanted to show real life situations, all right? Things that students may be going through every day that we may not even know. As a teacher, I'm a teacher. I don't know what my students bring with them, what they're dealing with every day. So we wanted to show that in this video, and I think it did a good job.
Yes.
Now, I was talking about the pillars that were hanging out of the backpacks.
Yes, those rolls of paper with words on them. It's important to understand what those are. The one was gender, another was race, there was sexual orientation, there was ability, and there was class. Now, I hate to say it, most of these things can be things of beauty, and people can be respected for these things. But it seems for some reason we want to poke at these things, and when someone might be of a different status or of a different stature, we want to use those as a way to attack somebody.
We always seem to look at people that are different and maybe discriminate against. That's a big word.
That's a big word, but yes, discriminate against.
Stereotypes.
Stereotype. And from that, we also get prejudice. Okay?
We're going to call up a young man here from Truro Junior High. He's going to come up, and with the help of Jacob Byard,
Yes, Jacob Byers.
he's going to explain to us a little bit more about the 5 pillars of social justice. Come on up,
So
Mr.
without further ado,
Barrington.
come on up, Sebastian. Hey, I'm going to have music. I'm going to have music for a second.
Hi, my name is Sebastian Barrington. My friend Jacob Byers and I are going to explore CCRSB's 5 pillars of social justice with all those who are listening. Okay, so let's start with sexual orientation.
We might get a little bit of music here. All right.
Sexual orientation? I know what that is. Wait, don't you mean orienteering? I'm gonna read my compass all around. I love going to the park and on my gym class. Yeah.
Not orienteering, sexual orientation means the gender of the person you are attracted to. This means you like a boy or a girl. There are many types of sexual orientation, like heterosexual, homosexual, and bisexual.
Next one.
Next one.
Now let's talk about abilities.
Abilities? I know what abilities are. Are you talking about like superpowers or something? Like Superman is X-ray? Like Hercules? He's got that strength of 10 men. Disabilities? Whoa, 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 whoa. Why are you dissing my abilities now?
While that's true, having abilities really means the power to physically and mentally do something. A disability means you have trouble doing certain things. Next, let's talk about gender.
Gender? I know what gender is. Like those boys and girls. Girls wear pink and like to cook and clean and sew. Boys play football and girls play gymnastics.
Close, but in this case, gender is how you think of yourself as male, female, or your own expression. Gender roles are the way we act as a boy or a girl because it's how we want to act or because it's how other people want us to act. Gender identity is how you see yourself. Moving on, let's talk about class next.
Class? I know what class is. I'm late for class every day. Class, like hot class? I actually have a favorite class, gym class.
Class means where you live, how much money you have, and the advantages that having money gives you. Sometimes we hear the word poverty when we talk about class. Poverty means a person doesn't have money. This means they don't have the same advantages as someone with money. But good try, Jacob. What about race?
Race? I know what race is. Like a bike race. Or a foot race. Or a car race.
Well, I guess that's one kind of race. But when we talk about race, we mean the way we think of groups of people like African Nova Scotian, First Nations, or Caucasian.
Now, it's also important to understand that race is socially constructed,
That's right, it's man-made.
meaning these groups of people were created because of someone's skin color or other physical traits.
And with these groupings made, it allowed for certain groups to face different stereotypes, discrimination, and prejudice. So it's important to understand that too. Not also to mention that each pillar faces all 3 of those as well: discrimination, prejudice, as well as stereotypes. So it's not just race, it goes with all 5 of the pillars.
Sometimes people try to use race to divide us. We're all different, but we are human beings. Together, these make the 5 pillars of social justice. I hope that we can all look at each other with more understanding and compassion.
Good work, buddy. Thank you, Mr. Barrington, Sebastian Barrington.
Yes, Mr. Barrington, great job. So now, since we've mentioned the 5 pillars, it's important to talk about relationships, okay? And how we treat each other. It's something that's always talked about, but I believe, and I'm sure Trevor believes, that is the way to stop bullying. How we treat people, okay? I know in here, there's a lot of people, and I'm gonna say most, don't like being picked on. No one likes being made fun of. No one likes being picked on because they don't have brand new Jordans or Nikes. No one likes being picked on because their hair might be messy, all right? All those things we like to pick on people for, yet we don't like to be picked on. I think it's funny how we do things to people that most people don't even want done to them.
That's true. And in order to form healthy relationships, we have to remember that we're all different. We have to embrace those differences. And that's why this year we're taking Stand Up, Speak Out from just an anti-bullying campaign. And we're looking at the 5 pillars of social justice. And together with that, on the big picture, we're really looking at how to create healthy relationships.
It's true. And it's funny, me and Mr. Boyd were talking, but there was an old school saying that we heard when we grew up, and I want to know if you guys can fill in the blank. It was this. It says, if you can't think of something nice to say, all right, that used to be it. We got to change it. I heard it over here. If you can't think of something nice to say, you're not thinking hard enough.
Yeah, that's right, Mr. Molly. That's right.
All right? And I hate to say it, that came from the kid president.
Kid president it is.
All right? So moving on. We talked about that. Oh, as we continue, like Mr. Boyd said, we moved on from Stand Up, Speak Out. Last year, there was a big push for We Are Not Afraid, and people made videos and poems and sent those in. Yeah. This year, it's going to be backpacks, okay? We're going to talk about what we're going to do with these placards and some of the different things you guys can do with them in a minute. But before, we have a special presentation coming up, and I just want to state a quote from a very special man, and his name is Martin Luther King. Now, the quote is adapted. I'll say it right now. I changed it a little bit. But the message is still the same. It says, well, I don't know what will happen now. We've got some difficult days ahead. But it doesn't matter with me now because I've been to the mountaintop and I don't mind. Like anybody, I would like to live a long life. Longevity has its place. But I'm not concerned with that now. I just want to let love reign supreme. Because it was love and respect that allowed for me to go to the mountaintop. And I looked over and I seen the promised land. Now I may not be able to get there with you, but I want you to know today that we as a people will get to the promised land. And I'm happy today. And I'm not worried about anything. I'm not fearing any man, for my eyes have seen the glory. And I think it's true. There is no mountain high enough that we can't climb. If we unite together, everything becomes greater.
That's right, Mr. Mullins.
Just like the hand. You have 5 fingers.
Thank you.
When you put them together, it becomes a fist. And with that fist, you can strike a mighty blow.
You're right. Speaking about mountains, I have some special guests to bring up here now. I brought my sister along with me, Melissa Boyd, and my daughter, Sierra Pictou, and they're coming up. And we're going to sing a little song you probably know. But also, we got another special guest here. He's going to play with the band. Mr. Gary Adams, our superintendent.
Hey!
Check, check.
Check. Check, check, check.
Beautiful, beautiful. Let's get this party started.
Good. mountain high, ain't no valley low, ain't no river wide enough, baby.
If you need me, call me, no matter where you are, no matter how far.
Don't worry, baby.
Just call my name, I'll be there in a hurry. You don't have to worry. Ain't no mountain high enough, ain't no valley low enough, ain't no river wide enough to keep me from getting to you, yeah.
I remember the day I looked at me and told you you could always count on me, yeah. From that day on, I made a vow I'll be there when you need me, some way, somehow. And
You know that there ain't no mountain high enough, ain't no valley low enough, ain't no river wide enough to keep me from getting to you, yeah.
oh, no, baby.
No wind, no rain, no winter's cold can't stop me, baby.
Oh, yeah, baby. Whenever you're in trouble, I'll be there on the double. Just send for me.
Oh, baby,
My love is alive.
way down in my heart, even though we are miles apart.
If you ever need helping hand, I'll be there on the double.
Baby, there ain't no mountain high enough, ain't no valley low enough, ain't no river wide enough to keep me from getting to you, babe. There ain't no mountain high enough, ain't no valley low enough, ain't no river wide enough to keep me from getting to you, babe.
Thank you, ladies. Thank you, special guests.
That was awesome. That was awesome. Hey, we got to give a big shout out to Mr. Fisher and his band.
Mr. Fisher and
We're
his
only in the
band.
third week of school, and this is what they got popping. Good work, ladies and gentlemen. Want to talk about the placards?
Right now, we'd like to look at the whole backpack campaign that we have here. Someone said it's a movement. And you all have you all have placards in front of you. And as you noticed earlier, Mr. Mullins and myself wrote some things that are in our life, some really positive things and some things that maybe we struggle with on our placards. And what we're asking you guys to do, and all watching, we're asking you to, within your school, within your class, tell us what's in your backpack. So we have these placards that you can use. Write what's in your backpack. There'll be displays all over the school. Outside here, we actually have
A photo booth.
a photo booth. So
Almost like a paparazzi screen.
so if you want to today fill yours out and get some pictures in front of the photo booth, that's cool. But we're also asking people to maybe write poetry,
Yep. Draw pictures.
draw a picture. If you're a singer, you might write a song.
Yeah.
If
Some of you students here are really good with technology, and you might be sending tweets. The school board actually has a Twitter account. School board has a Facebook account. If you're to take a picture, all you're going to do is add your picture or upload it to the website.
And also, if you're good at making videos, you can make yourself a video as well. That'll be posted on the YouTube